Well, we're excited to start the 2012 season. I think we've had a very, very good pre-fall, and it's about time to start the games. I think the guys are excited. The kids want to really get into those games, and they're excited to play in front of the home crowd here for the first time this fall. Won't be a lot of changes. I think there's just more stability offensively this year. We have set our quarterback, Connor Bruns, will be starting. He knows that. He hasn't had to look over his shoulder. He's our number one guy. We're going to give him the reins and see what he can do. And John Reese will be the number two. Unfortunately, our number three quarterback, Johnny Benson, ended up probably having a season-ending injury with his elbow, Tommy John ligament. And so that allows a couple of freshmen to move into that role and get some reps. Nick Martin from Wayzata and Mitch Hendricks from Bemidji. So the other interesting thing is we'll be starting a freshman at wide receiver, Josh Bungham. He's out of Paynesville, all St. Cloud Times All-Area Player of the Year. He was obviously a great player, and we've had some injuries at wide receiver, which allowed him to get lots of reps and really get caught up, and we expect good things out of him. He'll be playing our slot receiver, and Rob Voshell replace Brent Grabowski at the on receiver, the on-line scrimmage receiver. So we look for good things out of those guys. The running back tandem is essentially the same as last year. The only addition there will be Cullen Moynihan will be getting some more reps. He's been playing really, really great football this fall. But he'll move into the rotation, replacing Jacob Redding. So along with Harry who's been sidelined a little bit with some hamstring issues, Nick Schneider and Steve Johnson, that'll be the four guys that'll get the bulk of the looks offensively and running back. Taylor Freetley's, we think, one of the best tight ends in the country, and we look for big things from him. And we still have to try to utilize, we have a couple other senior tight ends, including Scott Ramey and Wade Powers, who we have think positively about, and we'll have to try to get those guys in the game somehow and figure out roles for them. Offensive line, we are, I think, strong. We really reloaded at the spots that we lost there. We lose Andrew Ghostly, who was our left guard, but we'll replace him with Alex Jaros. Very similar player to each other. It'll almost be, I don't think people will be able to tell much difference. They're both very, very good, tenacious offensive linemen. Kevin Battis at center replaces Jimmy Stidalka, and we look for big things there. Jack Hedlund and Pete Schwartz are back at the tackles, and then Ben Coor, who played most of the season at right guard, returns as well. So not a senior in the offensive line, either sophomores or juniors, which bodes well, but it's still a little, some lack of experience there, but I think really our strength of our offense. So going into the Northwestern game, I really like, I think our chances to run the ball, that'll be first. We want to be able to run the ball, establish that, some play action passes, and hopefully that opens up some big play passes. Northwestern plays a lot of guys deep, so we expect them to try to take away some of those bigger passes. 2 years ago, we hit them a lot on some four verticals, and we expect them, as they did last year, to try to take some of that stuff away and play more of a base defense, and hopefully it's a good game for us to kind of get the ball rolling for a tough 3-game stretch right after this.